Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Canelo Alvarez likely to fight David Benavidez in 2024. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Steven Espinoza, Showtime's top boxing executive, did a recent interview with Knockout Artist Sports where he was asked a question about what are the chances of Canelo Alvarez fighting David Benavidez in this 3-fight deal with the PBC. And he responded, and I quote, "I think those chances are very good." He obviously states nothing set in stone as of right now, but I think those chances of Canelo fighting David Benavidez in this 3-fight deal are very good. That 3-fight deal concludes next year because Canelo Alvarez fights twice a year. If he's fighting September, the next 2 fights will be next year. David Benavidez is highly likely to be one of those fights. And this is confirmed by Steven Espinoza by stating, "I think those chances are very good." He also goes on to state that, "I think we're closer to the possibility of a Canelo-David Benavidez fight than we were a couple of months ago as well." Canelo Alvarez is not a guy who shies away from challenges. So obviously Canelo Alvarez has to be one of the most respected fighters in the sport, and even Steven Espinoza sees that Canelo Alvarez is fearless. He also goes on to state that that's why Canelo decided to go for several fights with the PBC and not just one. It's easier for marketing, and whether it's Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andre, or Errol Spence, they're all great fights. And that was an appeal in signing for more than one fight. And so this is ultimately why Canelo Alvarez signed a multi-fight deal, so he could fight all of these big names and shut all of these dumbasses big mouths. I mean, think about it like this. And it's also really stupid. You hear all these fanboys saying that Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight David Benavidez. When you look at his resume, you see Canelo Alvarez is a fearless fighter. He fought better fighters than David Benavidez. Dimitri Bivol levels above David Benavidez, but people are saying that he's afraid. That makes no sense. Canelo Alvarez has always taking risks. Why would you ever say he's afraid when he's fought better fighters? It makes no sense. Not only that, this is the same David Benavidez with a weak chin and no defense. We've seen him get it dropped on his ass by a journeyman in Ronald Gavril. What do you think Canelo Alvarez would do to him? What do you think he would do to him? He was on the canvas from a journeyman. What are we talking about? We're talking about facts. You can't take that back. That's a fact. These aren't my opinion. This is not how I feel. These are facts. Not only that, you've seen Canelo Alvarez clean out the division, undisputed champion, unified with every champion in the division, beat all the big names. How many times did David Benavidez unify? None. How many world champions has David Benavidez beat convincingly that are prime, undefeated world champions at 168 pounds? None. But Canelo Alvarez has already beaten 3. Make that make sense. Men lie, women lie, facts don't lie.